So yeah, so I mean, I guess it makes sense since Stephanie McCare she's on Raw now, and then basically so is Julia and Roxanne are on the main roster.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to No Collar Entertainment. This is Matt.
This is Juice.
And we're playing this War of Mine.
This little war of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little war of mine. I'm gonna let it shine.
Let it shine. Let it shine.
Let it shine. I was actually thinking of making that the title for a second. Let it shine or something like that.
There'll be time for that at some point later on. It's still early. This is only episode 1, depending on how far you decide to get in this series. But you know.
Well, I think once you see what this game's all about, see, there's not going to be that many episodes.
Oh,
well. All right, so everything's shared. We're all good. Check.
Episodes.
Yep, we're good. Alrighty. Have my drink.
By
the way, I am recovering from a upper respiratory infection, so excuse any coughing or nasalness.
And I may have a slight seasonal allergies situation going on, so I may also be nasally. So you'll probably hear me struggling to breathe or sniffling a lot. So I apologize for that. And it doesn't help that Matt's smoking either, considering he's under the weather, but, you know, it's his body. Whatever.
Meh.
Exactly.
Alright.
Alright, so now, what is this game?
So, this is the War of Mine, the final cut.
Okay. What happened with the original cut?
So, basically, this was a small little indie game that got super popular, super fast.
Okay.
Among those who found it. I remember the first time I got this game, we were in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
And I played this game on a work night until 3 a.m. without realizing what was happening.
It definitely sounds like something you would do.
Yeah, I started at like 9.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very simplistic, but very difficult.
Okay.
It's also emotionally grabbing. So you'll see what I mean here in a second. So we're going to just do another try here. Start over a new one. So you are going to pick what we're going to do here. What is this?
You can be sure you'll be playing content of Final Cut scenario with new locations. Otherwise, it'll be included at random.
Oh, okay. Don't really care. We're going to just... What's this? Be sure you'll be playing the content of Anniversary Edition, including new locations.
New characters.
Otherwise, it'll be included. No, we'll just go random. That's fine. All right, so here we go. You have 6 scenarios to choose from. There are names on this scenarios.
I can see that. Okay.
I just need you to pick one.
Okay, so before I start picking one,
Yep.
I believe there was another game that you played that was where you picked a character and you had to go through their story in a way. Am I correct?
There's a lot of games like that.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. There was
I don't know if I ever streamed this one, though.
Okay, sure. Okay, so let's go with number 5. Bruno Roman Arica. Or it could be Erica.
All right. So, now what happens? Day 1.
Day 1. Excuse me.
So, the people you just chose are living in a post-war city that has been shelled and destroyed in the middle of a war.
Okay.
And you chose the 3 survivors who are living in this house.
Oh, fantastic.
And now what our job is to keep them alive.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay.
Surrounded in the capital by the government military, the rebels refused to surrender. Caught in the middle of the fighting with no running water or phones, struggling with lack of food and medications are civilians. In a civil war, everyone is affected, one way or another. Roman used to fight for the rebels, but he became disillusioned and ran away. Erica came to the capital, fleeing persecutions in her hometown. Bruno has been cut off by the siege from his home and his dearest friend. Homeless, on the run, and with nothing to lose but their lives, they band together to survive.
Cool. All right.
So, this is Bruno.
Hi, Bruno.
First thing we're going to do...
Says he's a good cook.
Yes. Everyone has their things they can do. So we need to take as many materials. We need to find all the materials we can in this house. So we're going to send everyone to start kind of cleaning up the house a little bit and seeing what we can find.
Interesting. Okay.
It's very easy controls, very easy to pick up and play. Like, I haven't played this in a year and I already am kind of remembering how everything goes.
Okay. So, so from what I can tell, if you have them do something, they'll do the task until it's done. So that seems very simple enough that you can switch between characters until tasks are done.
Yes, and that's what I'm doing right now.
I guess I'm gonna have to wonder what it's gonna be like once things get a little bit intense.
So I have them digging right now, which takes a while because I don't have a shovel yet.
Right.
So while they're doing that, I'm going to have Erica here check anything that's like easy to get to that I don't have to dig for.
Okay. So
and then
it looks like you can't get to the basement yet.
Not yet.
I find it funny. Of course, you would have the men digging.
That was just a happy coincidence.
Uh-huh.
I'm all about equality.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to have to dig faster.
Well, you know, he's one man doing it on his own.
Alright, so now he's done, so now I can go up here.
Okay, so the hand symbols...
Means there's something to grab.
Okay.
Now we're going to have her dig.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, and he finished, so we're going to go over here, see what Bruno found.
And then I'm guessing that's a door symbol next to the hand symbol. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, a lot of good stuff.
So, okay.
We're lucky it's not cold in here, I'm sure.
Those are little tips that they give you as they go.
Okay.
Of things you're going to have to think about as you go.
Interesting.
Right now we're in the summer, so we're good. But when winter comes along, it's going to be a different story.
Alright, it's fuck off. Okay.
Now we're going to have him come down and help with the digging. What was that always that pile to do? That pile, okay. So, if I come over here, we're going to have him work on something else.
Simple workshop. Okay, so you can actually, so you can make stuff.
Yep. And we're going to make a bed. We'll put the bed... yeah, over here. That'll be our living area.
Okay, so so essentially, this building is going to be your home base of operations.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, that's intriguing. Simple enough. And from what I can tell, based off of what I'm seeing on the screen as well, you have a whole day to do something, to do stuff, and time will pass as you complete tasks.
Yes, and I only have so much time. Ooh, some food, a lockpick. Ooh, and a gem. Yes, all of that. So yeah, they're actually giving us some pretty good starting supplies. And you'll see how this will all come into effect as we go. I love this game. Now we're we're going to go down here, see how Bruno's coming about. It's doing well. Oh, and look at that. We have a lockpick. So we can go ahead and see what's in here. Ooh, a knife.
Part of a handgun, or part of
broken handgun,
or a gun.
Oh, I can't go
look at
down.
that.
Aha. Take all that. And that. Perfect. And Roman is trained in combat. Oh, there's more stuff to do over here. All this stuff up. So, Juice just finished his catch-up in the Mission Impossible series. And your thoughts?
So after it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen some of the movies. I just rewatched 3 the other day, and my God, the performances, the story, the movie overall is the best of the franchise in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The Philip Seymour Hoffman is such a good villain. He really drives the intensity in that movie overall. I slept on that franchise for years. On this franchise for years, and why? Couldn't really tell you. Just like I knew I was familiar with the show, but it just was like, Tom Cruise doing action movie, whatever.
It's very it seems very stereotypical from the surface.
Yeah,
yes.
pretty much. But after you, I think you kind of like nudged. You nudged. No, you nudged. You didn't push. You nudged.
Oh, okay. So our first day is over.
Okay.
So now what we get to do every night. Ooh, that would have been bad. Now we get to do every night is we get to choose who's gonna sleep. So I'm gonna let Bruno, our cook, sleep in bed.
Okay.
Our guy who's trained in combat is gonna guard the house, and we're gonna bring our stealth to scavenge for more supplies.
And I'm assuming she's gonna do it outside of the house.
Yes. So now I get to choose one of these areas to look for.
Okay.
So the decrepit squad, it's been inhabited by the homeless since long before the war. They've always been struggling with lack of food and might not have survived the recent shortages. They shouldn't be a threat, and we can find some useful things there. There's huge amounts of materials, lots of weapons, lots of parts, not a lot of food.
Okay.
Then we have here the semi-detached house. Half of it is ruined, but there are people living in the other half. They don't seem friendly. At night, you can sometimes hear shots fired from there. We can probably scour the abandoned part for supplies if we manage to sneak past the inhabited part. So,
lots of food, lots of meds, lots of weapons, parts, and danger.
Yes. We do not have weapons yet, so we won't be doing that yet.
Of course not.
Then you have the shelled cottage. This neighborhood recently got shelled. Many houses are still burning. People were fleeing for their lives in a hurry, so we may find some useful stuff there without meeting anybody. Some food, huge amounts of materials, some meds, huge amounts of weapons, and parts.
Now May is the huge factor there.
Yes, but this is the one I'm going to go to. It's the closest to the shelter.
Yeah, I figured as much.
No danger on there. So let's start there.
No maximum danger on there anyway.
We're going to leave the knife for the house to guard with. And we're just going to do kind of a scouting mission. We're going to take the easy stuff.
Okay. I like the side scroller aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
It lets you lets you see what's up ahead, kind of plan things as things get more difficult. It's cool.
What's up, Hodari?
What's up, Hodari?
So
back to Mission Impossible. So, yeah, so you nudged me into the franchise, and I started watching the movies. I remember liking the first one. The one thing I vividly remember of the first one is the hanging scene, because they played the shit out of it on TV, like for the trailer.
Hanging?
The descending.
Oh.
Oof. I know that feeling. Those late night work nights. Not fun. So yeah, I remember the shot of him descending from the ceiling into the room. I don't remember what it's called.
Uh-oh.
But that shot, I just vividly remember it on TV growing up. So that when I saw it, I was like, okay, there's this.
All right, those red dots mean something's up there.
Okay. Could be good, could be bad.
It's a rat.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. So watching the first one, I did like it. Watching the second one, I was mildly disinterested. It was okay, but I was a little disinterested. And I recognized the villain as the villain in that movie plays Kate Kane's father in Batwoman on the CW.
Oh, really?
And that was the only thing like I took from that movie. I mean, it's fine. Then you get to 3 and you're like, whoa.
Yes.
It's a huge jump.
That's when J.J. Abrams got it.
Yes, yeah, and on my rewatch, I was like, okay, I was looking for the credits, and I saw that J.J. was a writer on it, and he directed it. So from that point on, it felt different, and it was a refresh, and also felt like it almost kind of felt like they were done at that point. With spoilers if you haven't seen Mission Impossible 3, but it's a 20-something-year-old movie at this point. When Ethan and Julia basically walk into the sunset.
They were definitely open to just being done.
Yeah, it felt like they were done, and then you get to Mission Impossible, you get to Ghost Protocol, and they kind of retcon that with Ethan letting her go because of his lifestyle. And 4 is fun. 4, what I take away from 4, now that we talked about it, is it's the beginning to open the mythos and the world that we're gonna experience going forward. This is where I think the action really takes a bump up.
Yeah.
From the past 3 movies for sure, because now we've got a little bit more technology. But also, it's like, okay, well, how do we top the last one?
Yeah.
How do we make this more impossible? Jeremy Renner is a breath of fresh air for the film, for the franchise. Coming off the heels of the first Avengers movie, he brings a levity that I feel was missing from one of like the main characters, because so in the other movies, the other agents, they were I mean, they're supporting characters, yes, but they never really felt very important. They felt like throwaways.
Yeah.
Damn near.
Yeah.
Whereas Jeremy Renner, and because he does come back for Rogue Nation, like the way they wrote him, obviously they wrote him to be important, but his characterization as Brant, it was refreshing. It was nice to have somebody who was kind of serious and be a bit of a foil for the team. And again, I like the story. I think it's the build up to the twist is really, really good. I love that Simon Pegg's character. I love that you get more Benji, and Benji's finally developed a little bit more because I think I don't remember him in the first two because again just rewatched 3, and he's just in 3 for a total of maybe what 5-7 minutes.
Yeah. The guy in the chair.
Yeah, he's the guy in the chair.
All right, day 2.
But having Simon Pegg, and like you said, the chemistry between Simon Pegg and Jeremy Renner is really fun, really good. And then from there, it just kind of builds up. Ghost Protocol is a little bit tamer, but I think it's a good tame once you, because that like when we get to not Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation being tamer. I like that it is tame because then when you get to Fallout, you get hit pretty
Oh
hard.
yeah, they go heavy with
It's
Fallout.
it's a nice calm before the storm that is Fallout.
Yeah. And Fallout's super
Fallout, I'm watching it for the first time. I'm hooked in. I'm hooked in from the beginning. I really enjoyed Henry Cavill's performance because I did not expect that twist. I feel like I should have, but it felt too predictable. So the fact that it was predictable, I think made it a little bit better. And again, Solomon Lane is a really good villain. He's definitely number 2 behind Philip Seymour Hoffman's character, whose name is evading me right now. But his performance in Rogue Nation was so good. Like when you get him back in Fallout, it's a bit of a different performance, but obviously it's been a couple years and the character's gone through some shit, and Henry Cavill's like the front man, so it still brings a decent level of intensity. And again, that interaction between those two actors during that scene when Henry Cavill exposes himself, fucking great.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
That was great.
Oh, man. And then I just watched Dead Reckoning for the first time. This is what, your third time watching it?
No, second.
Okay. And I'm enjoying it, but there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a layered film.
It is a lot going on. And they really ramp up the action in this movie. Like, there is a lot. It felt like I was watching The Fast and the Furious at multiple points. But I still enjoyed it because I'm kind of like I'm invested. I'm heavily invested. It got a little messy. I felt it feels like it's a little messy. There's definitely that the scene with the scene in the little yellow car. You definitely could have either shortened it or maybe taken it out. I get that it was there for levity and for comedic purposes, but not every movie has to have that Marvel-esque comedic factor.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
I appreciate what Marvel has done, but we expect that from Marvel. We shouldn't expect that from our other movies. And I felt like there was a lot of that. There was a couple moments in this movie for sure, and maybe it's there for comedic purposes, but it also could be there to build that relationship between Haley Atwell's character, between Grace and Ethan. Part of me felt that their chemistry, the character chemistry came on a little quick, but he's that smooth too.
Yeah.
He is very, very fucking smooth. Did it happen with Ilsa?
With Ilsa.
With Ilsa.
Oh, she interrupted the torture.
Okay, so then no, so yeah, she interrupted the torture. So she was because she was working undercover she was still working undercover for MI6. So no,
Ethan fell first.
yeah, Ethan fell first. Right. And then she lasts 2.5 movies.
Yeah.
Which is the most any main female character that becomes part of the team has lasted. So kudos to her. But yeah, by the end of the movie, I almost felt like this relationship, this chemistry has built a little quickly, but I get it as well.
Yeah.
So overall, I've enjoyed the franchise. I'm glad that you got me into another thing as well. Damn, these movies are good.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're really good. And honestly, I think I would probably rewatch these over the Fast and the Furious.
I would too. I love Ethan Hunt. I think it's a fantastic character. He is my James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the James Bond, so many James Bond movies. Yeah. They're rough. Some of them are rougher.
But anyway, so we're on day 2. Let's meet our characters a little bit. Let's get to know them a little bit, you know?
Sure.
So first we have Roman. He was trained in combat. He's the one who left the rebel forces. I never thought I'd end up running and hiding from my buddies, but that's how things turned out. We were like brothers, and now I'm a dead man to them. My crew had ruled the hood since we were teens, until just before the war. Then some of us got drafted, like my best friend Leon. Others, like me, volunteered for the militia. It was going to be the ultimate showdown, and every single one of us wanted a piece of the action. And then we have Bruno. Before the war, I used to own a restaurant. Even had my own TV show, Bruno's Cuisine.
I would have watched that.
I'm sure you've seen it. I visited beautiful places where I was filmed cooking exquisite dishes. All that seems no importance now. Don't you think? Wow, I'm terrible at reading this.
Nowadays, you're lucky if you get your hands on some canned meat or a bag of rice. And who knows how long this war is going to last. Yeah, when you look back at it, it's like, it is what it is. Erica, I'm a simple girl from the hood. And I know life. Everybody's from the hood. Street raised me more than my father did.
Streets killed me.
Man. That old sot beat me whenever he felt like it and knew how to make it hurt. That's all over now. He bit the dust in the first days of the war. I've been a cat burglar since I turned 14. You know how it is. Yeah, you know. I'm better at it than anyone you know, and I can sneak like a fox. You'd be a fool kicking me out. Well, I mean, have you met Felicia Hardy? I know, different universe, but the black cat's pretty fucking good.
Alright, so what else we did is I put in a stove
hey,
so we could cook some food. Bruno made some dinner for everyone. As you can see, as things happen, your characters will get certain issues that they're having.
Of course, so it'll be like real life.
Erica was out all night, so she is tired.
Yep, she's
they were all hungry, so I had to make everyone food. We have enough for what looks like maybe 1 or 2 more days. And then also up in the attic,
you got a thing going.
I put a rainwater collector.
Oh, cool. So that way you guys could shower, essentially.
Well, we have water. That's what that means.
Okay.
We have water now. Or we will. And the first one's done, so we're going to go ahead and do another one. And that would do it for the day. We're pretty much out of materials, so we're going to end the day.
Okay. Oh, wow. This is it's very meticulous.
Yep. Now we get to go again. Oh, we have 2 new locations.
the garage, and St. Mary's Church.
This time we're going to let Erica stay at home.
Yep.
And Roman's going to go out to scavenge.
Yep.
While Bruno stands guard. And we're going to go back to the shell cottage because there was still a lot of shit left behind. Not bringing anything yet.
Alright.
We got a lot of food, so we're good for a couple days, so we really need to worry about parts on this. So, what else is going on with you in your life?
Honestly, outside of work, nothing. Upkeeping the house, making it feel like a home. You know, enjoying that single life, enjoying it, and also not enjoying it.
It's a love-hate relationship.
It is a very much love-hate relationship. But you know what? There's a piece that comes with it, and that's also why we have the internet for those moments of minor loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know what you're gonna find on the internet, and if you do know, well, you know. What about you?
If you don't know, now you know.
Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got nothing else going on. I went to go get my real ID today because I'm going to Miami with my sister and my nephew for 4th of July weekend, or the weekend after the 4th. Paid $48 for parking. That shit pissed me off. And that's one of the reasons why I hate going to downtown Chicago, because parking is a bitch, and apparently now you have to like prepare ahead of time. So I may never do that again. Honestly, like this whole situation where now you have to have certain forms of identification, certain things to travel. I get the security risk, but it's also becoming a very big inconvenience. Oh shit, you've been raided.
We've been raided.
What?
Someone came at night to take our things by force.
Bruno, what happened, dude?
We were attacked tonight. Roman had been searching for supplies. Someone tried to rob us. They were just a couple scavengers, so we managed to fend them off. We have some weapons, but not enough for everyone. Bruno was wounded, but the attackers didn't steal anything. But Bruno is injured.
Damn.
So, what that means... Where's Bruno? Alright, so he's slightly wounded, so first thing we need to do is we need to take care of that, because that can get infected and be a major problem.
Damn, that sucks, but that's the life.
Luckily,
this type of shit.
the house came with some bandages. But yeah, so that's what happens when every once in a while someone's gonna try and come and take your shit.
No, of course. I mean, when you're living war torn like this, it's liable to happen. That's the problem. You see it in many different forms of media like this, and I get it. You just got to be prepared to hold down the fort.
Yep.
But this is. I don't know. I'm not sure what the right words I have for this, but it's very well set up. It's simplistic in its design for sure, like you said. It's basic for sure, and it's still early, so I'm very curious to see how this continues to go. If there is more of a story, which I'm sure there is going to be.
To a point.
Yeah. But yeah, I got my real ID. Had to get up early for that. Honestly, the wait wasn't bad. It was only about an hour. Dropped my nephew off at home. Did some things at home or at my parents'. I went to go get a haircut because I really needed it, and I cleaned around the house, and that was my day. No problems, no drama, and that's how I like to live my life, to be honest. I I tend to live a very uneventful lifestyle, but I enjoy it. It's peaceful. So yeah. I'm trying not to get sick. That's the other big thing. This change in the weather.
Yeah. Oh, and we have a visitor.
Hello, can I help you?
Let's find out.
I don't know, so let's see what we got going on. What do you want?
Oh, they want to trade.
Ooh, okay, so what does he got?
So they have, oh, he has food, he has medicine, bandages, a lot of stuff we could use, lock picks we could use, water, parts, materials.
Okay, so I guess the question is, what do you have to give him?
So the first thing you get rid of is the diamonds. The diamonds mean nothing. They're literally for shopping.
Right.
And then you can look, and it gives you little ideas of what they're looking for. Like, it's going to weigh what you give him based on what you're asking.
Okay.
So if you look at the bottom, there's a little
There's caption or
a little sentence. So
Yeah.
very common stuff, not that interesting. But if I go up, one bandage could probably give me a lot of shit.
okay.
Okay. Then interesting. So okay, he wants
Herbal. Okay.
it, and that's where you got to kind of figure out what you're willing to get rid of and what you're not. So I'll throw a couple of weapon parts in there because we don't need that right yet. And I kind of need the knife. So let's see what we can get here. And then it'll also tell me on his side,
Right.
if I want it,
You need to give me more.
yeah, give me a lot. This is going to cost me. Stuff like that. So what I like to do is food is at a premium right now.
Right.
And so is parts. So I'm actually willing to get rid of the bandage and the herbal medicine. And finally, we have a deal. It's pretty much the last step before no, we don't have a deal.
Yeah.
So I'm good with this. We're going to give up a bandage, some herbal medicine,
Some weapon parts.
couple weapon parts,
And
the jewelry for 2 cans of food that don't need to be cooked, 3 pieces of meat that can be cooked,
Okay.
some vegetables, which can be combined with 1 meat to make 2 meals,
Okay.
and then 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 parts.
Okay. Well, if anybody knows how to barter or how to haggle or how to make a deal, it is definitely you.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, so we are good on food for a minute.
Good shit.
Uh,
Hopefully nobody else gets hurt as the rest of the time goes off.
And I have enough to make the metal workshop, which is definitely something we need here. I'm going to put that right next. And that's where we can get shovels, crowbars, weapons, all kinds of fun stuff.
Right.
Roman's still sleeping. Bruno's going to sleep in bed tonight. Roman has finally awakened. So first thing we're going to do is put Bruno in bed with his injury. Him sleep. It'll be a lot easier once we have 2 beds. And then since Bruno's injured, Roman's just going to eat one of the canned meals we have. And the music is really good too in this game.
Okay. Yeah, let me hear this.
Very Last of Us reminiscent.
Oh shit. Well, right now I don't hear any music. At least not. I'm guessing. Oh shit. There we go. Okay, there it is a little bit. Okay. The music's very soft, very subtle.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's very calming while you're playing.
Yeah, like for moments like this you don't need anything intense.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to expect, but that's nice. That's very nice.
What's crazy is, once you get into the scavenge part of it,
Oh, the music changes.
it's silence.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
just
Okay, so that changes the intensity in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. No, this definitely seems like you could get lost in it for a while because you're basically living you're living live for these three individuals.
yeah. We're already on day 4.
Well,
he's
you're
still wounded, so he's gonna still sleep in bed.
Well, you're on night. Aren't you
go-
on night 3?
You're gonna scavenge. Was that what we were at?
Yeah, I think this is night 3.
We're halfway through the shell cottage, and this time we're gonna bring a crowbar to open up that one door we can't get through. Still plenty of stuff to be had, but let's.
That's a surprise. Oh, right, but you only got into part of the house, so that makes sense. Alright, cool. Is it just me, or does Erica's like portrait remind you of Ashley Johnson?
I can see that.
Like I immediately got Ashley Johnson, or at least Ellie vibes from The Last of Us, which we were gonna consider playing, but I'm just like not feeling up to it. Or I guess I was gonna play, but I don't need that intensity at this particular moment right now because I am not feeling up to the weather.
There's a lot of shit that we need to take here. There's something here. One of the flyers dropped in the city. It reads, "This is a zone of anti-terrorist operation. Persons remaining in the city will be treated as terrorist supporters.
Shit.
For your own and your family's safety, leave Pagorin immediately. The army guarantees you a safe passage." Not many believe them after the atrocities they have committed.
Yeah, no shit. That's terrible.
Yeah, this game isn't exactly light.
Not yet, anyway. I mean, it's gonna get worse. Oh god, it's gonna get worse. Oh yeah, you were right there. Okay. Oh, you can only carry so much stuff at a time.
Yeah, so I gotta pick and choose what I take with me. I can't use a crowbar on that good.
So, what materials are you specifically looking for right now?
Well, the gears are a big one because that gets me a lockpick.
You said gears?
Yeah.
Okay.
So these things. These parts are used in everything. This wood is used in everything. This is more for more advanced stuff, but you want to grab it when you see it. And then bandages, of course.
Obviously. Okay.
And here you got roll-up cigarettes. These can be used in training. And you can also smoke. Your own characters can smoke.
Right. I saw that, not Bruno, the other one.
No.
Roman.
Roman and Erica are smokers.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to take the edge off. I'm guessing that's it, huh?
Double checking.
Oh shit, there's a lot of shit in that thing, isn't there?
There's a lot of shit that's so grab here. So, definitely going to be coming back again.
Oh, yeah.
But we found some good shit there. Got 2 bandages back from the 1 bandage we traded.
Yep.
To get in those doors.
Now we're in day 4.
And calm.
Nice.
And it'll get to the point where you're getting this tightness in your stomach.
When is it coming?
When is it?
When is it coming? So I'm guessing that this is because this is your home Or this is your place? This stays your place for the rest of the game?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Bruno has new stuff in his bio.
I used to be an optimist. One of those people who would have sworn that war wouldn't come. Wars happen far away in third world countries, or so I thought. Even when I was listening to the news getting scarier day by day, I did not believe that was about to happen. See, that is some shit that is what the life we live as Americans, I feel. God forbid anything ever comes this way, because it's happening everywhere else. Right now it's happening in Hamas. It's happening with Russia and oh god, whoever the Russians are feuding with, who it's escaping
Ukraine?
me. Yeah. I've been hearing about it, and it's a shame. And part of you is like, well, at least it's happening over there. But at the same time, you're just like, fuck, those people are really going through some shit. And you will never know what it feels like until it happens to you. And that's the scariest shit. So yes, Bruno, I feel for you. I feel you there. 'Cause fuck. The day it happens here. Is day we start thinking twice.
Oh, that door again. Oh man.
Uh-oh, what happened?
We have a visitor.
Okay.
2 children.
Man, fuck them kids.
Our mom needs medications. We live several blocks away from here. Our mom's very ill. She needs medication. Could you please spare any? Without your help, she will die. After Daddy went to fight, we only have her. Please help us save her. They need pills, which I believe we have.
Yeah. I mean, it's you. Of course, you're gonna take care of these kids.
So.
Nah. I mean, I know I said fuck them kid, but nah. I mean, it's a game still.
Oh,
But these are the types of games where your choices have consequences.
And Erica has new bio. Meds are hard to come by, but we did the right thing.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so they're okay. So then, as time goes on, and based off of your decisions,
your character is going to react.
Interesting. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's neat. That's a neat little touch.
Oh. Roman says, poor children, I hope our meds are enough for their mother.
Oh, man, yeah.
And Bruno
said, fuck them kids.
I wouldn't have been surprised, but no, apparently he didn't say anything about it. Alright.
Speaking of Bruno, or as far as speaking of chefs, are you familiar with Freddy's restaurant in Hammond on Kennedy?
I don't think so.
So apparently that restaurant has been visited by one Chef Gordon Ramsay.
No kidding.
For, I believe, his Kitchen Nightmares show.
Ooh.
And it has been revamped. It has been remodeled. I've seen the menu. They have a lunch menu. They have a dinner menu. It is a very small menu.
Yeah.
But it's simple, and it also is a little on the pricey side. So it's definitely one of those places where if you're looking to have a really good meal, and splurge once in a while and have a nice steak, that would be the place to go locally. But I probably won't be visiting it for a while, especially when you have somebody like Gordon Ramsay go up in there and curse the fuck out of everybody. I'm actually curious to see the episode. I didn't even know that place was existed in the neighborhood. So I'm curious.
I want to check that out.
You know, I used to love watching Hell's Kitchen. Back in the day, those first few seasons. And then after a while, it's like, okay, it's kind of the same shit over and over, but it's still really interesting. And to think I wanted to be, to think that I wanted to be a chef when I was younger. It's actually kind of funny that somebody I did go to school with, that I recognize, he actually did compete in one of the seasons, and I believe he made it to the finals, but he did not win. So, you gotta have some really thick skin if you're gonna deal with Gordon Ramsay, cause fuck, that man knows how to come for your life.
Yeah.
So, how's everybody doing?
So far, so good.
Everybody's rested up, fed?
Yeah. Erica's resting.
Okay, so do we know what country this is?
It is a unnamed country.
Okay, but from what I can tell, this is Eastern. This is an Eastern country because the
names and the architecture could definitely allude to that.
Not only that, but the temperature.
Yeah.
Because because we use Fahrenheit, they use Celsius and metric. So like 17 degrees Celsius is.
Oh, we have a radio.
The rebel leader instructed us to warn the listeners not to cross the front line. Failure to comply can result in death. Oh, you can actually tune it. Oh, cool. The city of Pogoren, is suffering extreme shortages of even the most vital supplies. If this goes on, people will soon become scavengers scouring the city for anything of use. Too late. Okay. Hey, at least you have some music. The upcoming days should still be nice and warm, perfect for a stroll in the park. Sure.
Maybe that's why you want the radio, so you can have the weather report.
Oh, right, because you said that's going to be a factor.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, fuck, so that means when it gets cold, you're going to want to find a way to stay warm, build a fire, perhaps, or have more clothes or layers. Yeah.
We're about to come to the end here, but I think this is a good place to go ahead and call it.
Yeah, no, this is pretty interesting. Or no, this is interesting. I could see how you got lost in this for hours.
We are going to make one more run, just because it does not auto-save until after the night is over.
Gotcha.
So,
I mean, yeah, shit, you haven't even finished the Shell Cottage.
Yeah, let's take one more run at the Shell Cottage. He's tired, so he's going to sleep in bed. Erica's feeling good, so we'll have her scan.
And honestly, she's your best bet for that, too.
Yeah. You don't need to bring everything. Everything's open, so just grab what you can.
Is that a teddy bear?
Yes.
Or is that or at least like a toy?
Yes, it is a teddy bear.
Okay. What was the other thing?
I'll look in just a sec. Which other thing?
It said other. It was under other.
Oh, that is moonshine.
Moonshine. Oh, okay.
Which
That
actually, I will leave behind one of the sugar cubes for a full bottle of moonshine.
there you go. You're probably gonna need that for some trading, for sure.
Oh yeah, that fetches a pretty good price.
Okay. I'm guessing one more run and you should be done.
I hope so. It's a lot here.
That's fair.
But I think, yeah, actually, I think one more will be done. So let's see how this went.
Day 5.
Night was called.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so yeah, we'll call it there. And I'll probably come back to this at some point.
For sure. No, this is again, like I said earlier, it's a very simple game, but as time goes on, I can only imagine how things are going to ramp up as far as the difficulty, the challenges that you're going to have to face, the decisions you're going to have to make. God, the anxiety has already begun.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, still doing live streams of gameplay. We're also going to be doing some other stuff. I have a series that I'm currently working on called Storytime. That will be debuting in the next week or two. Then I also have another series called The Challenge, which will be starting soon. We'll be doing more live streams. And I will also be running possibly some crowd participation streams. So some things to look forward to that I've been wanting to do. So hit that subscribe button, like button, share, follow. And for No Car Entertainment, this is Matt.
This is Juice.
We're out.
Bye.